What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Be sure to like and sub, and let's get into this. Well, the weekend is come and gone, and the big boom that was supposed to happen for Dragon Age Veilguard did not. And before we get into the numbers and really just how bad this is, considering the time and money spent, wanted to show you just a clip of Asmongold's stream so you can understand, because you've seen some of the other videos, but I wanted to see you just this scene here, and I think it speaks for why people's play sessions are fairly low and then they're bouncing out and never playing it again.
I love who I am. It feels good to see the real me. Should I do it? I mean, every single option makes me transgender. There's no option not to be
take
transgender.
You out, you wouldn't be able to go forward.
It says this makes me trans. This one does, and this one. I don't know why I have to be trans, guys. I can't. Guys. I don't know what to do. Forced transgender. This is what Donald Trump was talking about. I'm getting there. It feels good to see the real me.
It took a while for me to figure out why the face staring back from the mirror felt wrong. But once I was able to be honest with myself, it was a relief to figure out I was trans. And it's worth it to look in the mirror today and see the man I am staring back.
Trans and non-binary and all these terms are modern terms that shouldn't be in a fantasy game or a medieval game. Even when they had gay people and bi people in the previous games, they just were gay. They just were bi. There was no speeches. There was no social this or progress this or that. You get the idea. Now, obviously, Asmongold might be being a little hyperbolic there, but the point was all of those did lead you to have establishing a trans identity. And if he were to hit back, he wouldn't be able to go forward with that quest line. So they knew what they were doing. And that brings us to this, that the people that have played it, like Asmongold and like many others, Hypnotic and the other Healed versus Babyface, they are playing it and getting thousands of people watching, but that's because everyone is going to see just how cringe this all is, and it's very cringe. All right, so here we go. So never more than 100,000 players you can see here, and I do have the here's today, so that was yesterday or very early this morning. So here we go. Still an all-time peak of 89,000 with just under 60,000 playing at the time of this recording. Not great. And we'll see in comparison some other games before a game that has been 10 years plus in the making. It's a AAA game. And at one point, I'd point out, Dragon Age was almost as popular as the Mass Effect series, and they had crossover events. So for it to come out and not even have 100,000 people playing it, oof. Of course, this is the CEO, Andrew Wilson, who was talking about how breakout potential it had, just absolutely cope. Basically confirming the fact that I certainly think Veilguard has breakout potential. Again, 10 years ago, Dragon Age Inquisition won Game of the Year and also had a lot of criticisms with how far it was straying from the original Dragon Age. So it was happening even then. This is entertainment. And so while much of our business has moved to live service, moment to moment, deliver innovation and creativity for a deeply engaged community over the course of time, this opportunity to bring in incredibly high quality creative storytelling in an amazing world with rich characters living out those stories, you're able to capture the moment in entertainment. Success almost certainly follows. Yes, success of under 100,000 people. And the biggest view and talking points are all of the cringe dialogue, the coming out moments with the Tash here, the pulling a barv where you're forced to do 10 push-ups on the ground as an apology for accidentally misgendering someone. And you can see he goes on to try and cope, but the simple fact of the matter is this is what success actually looks like. Here's Wukong, Black Myth Wukong, a game who came out of nowhere, even if it's based on popular myth. Right? The game itself is not the continuation, it's the creation of a franchise, and it had almost 2.5 million. All right, we were 2.415. That's pretty damn good. And then, of course, the one that everyone is actually comparing this to, saying that, after Baldur's Gate 3, I know we all talked about the transformation and the bear fucking and all that. Whoa. But this is a horse of a different color. This is just straight up, as I called it in another video, this is just propaganda. This is gender identity propaganda. Baldur's Gate managing to almost hit 1 billion at just under 900,000. So where's the popularity? Where's the popularity? I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it at all. And Grum's here being proven right on this end. This is before the weekend where he was like, look, basically the weekend is where you see your trends. And even on a Friday, if it's in an upward momentum, but if by the weekend you don't see significant amounts of people playing, and not just significant amounts of people playing, but long play sessions. The play sessions they're seeing on launch day were 2 to 3 hours. I don't know about you, but when RPGs and big open world games used to come out, people were playing them for 12 hours plus, 9, 10, 11, 12 hours. People would call out of work to play these games that they bought at midnight releases or whatever. So that's just not happening anymore. And just once more for the fun, hit the refresh. It's under 60,000 people playing currently. It's a weekday in the morning, so no problem about that. But on the weekend, when everyone had time to play it, under 90,000, and the word of mouth as these videos and encounters start sharing more and more is only getting worse and worse. So I do not think this game is going to be breaching 100,000 unless there's some sort of insane sale and push. Either way, you let me know what you think about all this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.